there, friendlies, how's up? It's time. It's time for a second review of the first whiskey I reviewed on this channel. It's been long enough, I believe, and I have taken it down to about there, so we're supposed to be in the sweet spot for any whiskey. So we know what the flavor profile is. We know that once the top comes off, immediately all the tastes are generally still present, but they're a lot tighter, right? It hasn't had time to open up yet. And so after a few months, when you get down to like the shoulder pour, that's when a whiskey sort of comes into its own. So what we're going to do now is taste this baby. So give it a smell, give it a taste, give it a grade, see if it's changed a lot or just a little. So shall we get into it? I think we shall. This used to have an age statement on it. This used to be called the Laddie 10, I believe. And I dearly wish that I could find a bottle of that to see what the difference is between the two. It no longer has an age statement. A lot of whiskeys have moved away from age statements. The whiskey world has expanded, shall we say, or the market at any rate, maybe a little faster than the distilleries were able to ramp up production. So a lot of them have moved into fancy names instead of age statements. I would love to have an unopened bottle of the Laddie 10 to open right next to this one so we could see what the differences are. But we don't. Hear that sound? That's the sound of my heart breaking. Sure is. So let's give it a little nosing. Okay, I'm doing this inside because I want to see whether or not doing all my reviews in the cold has altered my perception of what I'm getting on the nose and on the palate. So I'm going to do this inside because it's, I guess it would be a more true sort of image of what has and hasn't changed if I was to do them all outside. But I'm set up inside. Let's see what we got. Something I haven't done on screen before now is I always like to take a little sip of distilled water before I start, just to sort of, maybe neutralize anything I may have eaten or drunk before. And also I feel that it sort of gets the taste buds rinsed and ready to go a little bit more. So, light fruit, like a little peachy, a little appley, not like a Red Delicious though, something a little lighter, a little brighter, not a Macintosh or Granny Smith because those are too sour. I'm thinking, what are those yellow apples called that have a really fresh, crisp taste but not a whole lot of punch behind them? Like it's not overpoweringly apple or pear. It may be a little more of a pear thing, but raisins, honey, definitely a honey taste. I think I'm getting a rose note on the nose. I don't know if I got that last time. Here's the thing, I made damn sure not to watch that video before doing this because I don't want impressions to flavor what I'm doing here. It does have a youthful zing to it, a slightly chemical youthful zing. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of younger whiskeys have that sort of chemical punch to them. I don't mean like it's bleach. I mean there's just a little hint of youth to it. Is there a port thing happening there? I'm not sure. Maybe a touch, but I wouldn't go to the mats for it. There's a lot of fruit happening here. Definitely a lot of fruit. Maybe a little jam, but it's an airy nose. And I would like to know if that was something I said in the first review. There's an airiness to it, a fresh sort of standing outside on a chilly day, or a fresh day. Let's taste it. That 50% is very, very present. I do want to say, nice and kind of syrupy. There's a certain viscosity there that I really like. Good mouthfeel. Nice, and you can even see that, like, it's not all legs right away. Sits in the glass, nice. There's a little bit of burn, obviously, 50%. Youthful whiskey, not like not unpleasant though, and like right away you got honey. There's a syrupy fruitiness there. There's an orchard fruit there. That's probably the apple coming back. Maybe a little peach now, actually, on the palate. Very nice, very tasty. The raisins are definitely still there. Not red raisins, the green ones, you know? I'm gonna go in again. Jam. But just a little touch. On the finish, it's a very nice finish. I don't know if there's a gummy bears thing going on, but there's a fruitiness there for sure on the finish. And it's nice, it's a nice finish. It lingers, it gets really, really kind of light and airy, but it does linger. So let's ruin it. That was a really light. My hands are really dry in the winter, so I don't get that sort of the seal required to whatevs. So, kind of the same, but with a medicinal quality now. I'm getting kind of an iodine thing happening. Still like a fresh day outside though. Like after the rain. There's a petrichor thing happening. Nice, nice, very nice. Like a vanilla. Kind of the same though. A little bit of an espresso thing at the back. I don't know if what I'm calling espresso is something else. If maybe that's the maltiness. I don't know if I'm getting a banana note on this or not. It might be. You see, now that I've said that, as soon as the glass went under my nose again, I detected it. It's amazing how suggestion colors what you get out of these glasses. Yeah, because now it's like, oh yeah, there's like a vanilla and a banana note there. Amazing how that works. Definitely more of a spice thing though with the water. Water does not improve this whiskey at all. It absolutely does not. But it's funny how the water brings out sort of the burnt coffee aspect at the back of my tongue. And sort of how the vapors of that are going up at the back of my throat. Pleasant, but this whiskey is way better without the water. And as I always do, when the water ruins it, I just glug it down. Give you my grade. I like this whiskey. This is definitely a solid 8 for me. I don't know if that's the same grade as the last time I gave it, but I'm gonna find out right after finishing with this video. I'm gonna buy another bottle of that. I really wish that I could taste that 10 though. Okay, so that's all she wrote. As I always say, if you like what I'm doing here, please do the following 3 things. 1, comment down below. Suggest me another Bruichladdich to taste. Don't say the Octomore because I love the Octomore and I will one day be able to afford another bottle. But something not in the Octomore range. Suggest something for me. I also know about the Port Charlotte. I'm going to try that as well. Second thing, please share this video. That helps me a whole ton. Third thing, leave me a smiley thumb. If you don't like what I'm doing, that's all right. It's okay. leave me a friendly thumb. Thanks for watching, guys.